Well, basically, what I think is actually going on is I believe with all my heart and soul at this point that Tim Turner is probably CIA, and that what we're dealing with is a CIA psyop that is pulling out of the population the people that they now know will stand up against the corporation and will willingly come out and fight against them. We're not at that point yet. We may not be at that point for another 10 years or so.
Well, no. Let's
jumping the gun.
Yeah.
And now they have a list of names. They have fingerprints. They have home addresses. They have telephone numbers. They have all the vital information there. And these people can be rounded up, red listed, put up against the wall, and shot. And my friends here that have gotten into this, at one point they said that they had a friend of theirs who was a cop run their information for them, and he says, I don't know what you guys did, but it says under his thing that comes up to just if they're pulled over, just let them go. And I told them, this should really worry you. This shouldn't be making you all happy like you are. You should be really worried because if something can be changed somewhere that says just let these people walk no matter what, they can also change it to shoot on sight. Now
here's something. Let me jump in here. Now, what I was talking about before, when we were on the phone before, about it makes sense that there would be some sort of an organization if you were going to take down the USA, and folks like you and I are right, and Alex Jones, and and there's other people that have, and Jesse Ventura has done lots of predicting on this, and the fact is that if they did want to move in and take some sort of forceful control, then basically you're going to have you're going to have these people wanting to squeeze the public and get the people out that are going to resist. So that's it. Just seems like
who's going to instantly rise up against them, and these people are offering themselves willingly.
So what I'm saying is, what I wanted to say is that if anybody out there that's not actually looking out for some sort of an organization like this that is possibly going to be trying to get people on a list, then they're not. If they're not just making that assumption from the get-go. So now we see all the writings on the wall, and it seems fairly obvious. And then Tim Turner just going forth when all of us, the folks that are in the know, have called him out as a fraud, and it's just another mainstream media ruse. Only this time it comes from the likes of Tim Turner, and he's going to basically just keep continuing this fraud because at the very least they've got a great they've got great bait, what I mean? They got this fishing pole in the water
that is centered around Tim Turner, and people I notice have stopped thinking. They've turned off the critical thinking, and their behavior and their actions are like, well, we have Tim Turner now, he can do the thinking for us. That's dangerous. That is Jim Jones.
Yep.
That is every cult that you'll ever see. That's how they operate. And you should never turn off your critical thinking. You should always maintain the ability to think for yourself, think outside the box, think outside the cage, think outside the lines, and do what needs to be done so that you are your own man and that you are God's man and not Tim Turner's man or woman. Because
right, and not to mention, you want to reevaluate that position on a daily basis, man, and just make sure that you're still checking yourself, because it's really easy to fall in and go, wow, man, this is it, and then you just start ignoring the warning signs again of, hey, this is weird, that's kind of wrong, and you're not asking questions.
What blows me away is even after these people knew that this guy lied, they were still ready to drink the Kool-Aid and follow after Tim. And I'm like, you do realize that this man lied. And they're like, yeah, but it's Tim. We have to support him.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. And they just ignore. They run right over the fact that where he just totally avoided my question. I don't know if you heard the video where, it was an audio, where I called him and I confronted him on getting me thrown out of the grand jury. And he said, well, you have to have a majority vote of the grand jury. And I said, well, then how did I get removed by an email? And he was like, and he's stuttering and everything like that, and then just a whirlwind of shit hit the fan in my case. You know, so that's what happens when you try to confront Tim Turner. So if you don't like Obama, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, you can send Obama a nasty email if you want, but Tim Turner, man, Tim Turner, you know, I mean, he can declare you of treason all by himself and put a 45 to your head and pull the trigger. You know, according to him, you know, if you're a lobbyist, we're just gonna execute you right on the spot. You know, that's kind of like what Tim Turner was saying. That's kind of scary. He's like judge, jury, and executioner. I mean, what are we doing? We're going from, you know, what we have now to that? I don't know if that's a great idea.
Well, that's because they're doing a cult of personality that's centered around Tim Turner, and that's what's unfortunate. And it's because people are not thinking for themselves. They've turned that off, and all good propaganda, if you notice, is always emotionally based. It hits a person at the emotional level, so if they turn off the critical thinking. And this is the thing that I've detected in what Tim does. Tim is all about what Tim says, what Tim heard, what Tim was told, and never anything that is empirical that can be proven. It's all hearsay. And so, you know, the notice that was given to the governor, the notice given to the IRS, all the deadlines that he has set have come and gone, and none of them have been met.
Yep. And people still and new people go and sign up, but they don't look back at over the history of all of the failures that the RAP plan has already had. And then when he's talking about the RAP plan in that video, and it's like it never missed a bump, man. It's like, you know what I mean? It never hit a bump, and it just like went through smooth. So anyway, I gotta go. I've got some company, but I did want to get that on here. Let me do. I want to close with one thing here, and you brought up the emotion thing, and one thing that I do want to mention is that, you know, you get people that don't realize what's driving them. Is it their emotions or is it their brain? And most people that are it's their emotions that's running their
Tim is telling them what they've always wanted to hear, what you wanted to hear, what I wanted to hear. Hey, you know, as a patriot, as somebody who's really concerned about their country, we want to hear the things that Tim is saying. There's a part of us that longs for this to be true. And it's feeding like a parasite on that part of us that wants the country to be straightened out, the country to be made right again, be made back into the United States and not the corporation, you know, that now stands. We need, and this is what's being fed upon, and people have to unhook their emotion from their intellect and really coldly.
There you go. You just said it exactly. Yep.
Observe what's going on.
Yep. And you're exactly right, and that's when you start to become not a sheeple, when you unhook your emotions from your intellect. Exactly what you just said, very. Okay.
So it's good talking with you.
All right, yeah, it was great talking with you, and you know, I'll keep you in the we'll keep in touch.
If you're gonna post a video on YouTube, send me a link so I can pass it around.
I will, as soon as I figure out how to get it off this this camera. I can get the pictures off, but I can't sometimes get I haven't figured out how to get the videos off since I got this new laptop. So anyway, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I mean, if you go and you watch that 2-hour video, it doesn't say anything concrete.
Yeah, well then I don't have the time to watch it, brother.
There's a rumor of, and even when he started talking about the video that was on some TV station, some 24-hour news network, he didn't even know what that was.
Well, let me just say one other thing here. You know, you say go watch that 2-hour video, and he doesn't say anything concrete. Well, then, you know, I please don't recommend me to a 2-hour video, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got lots of other better stuff to do. You know what I mean?
For yourself, you'll see he makes no concrete statements.
All right, man.
Tim heard, Tim said, Tim thinks, Tim saw. Tim was told by, you know, his brother's cousin, sister's husband, who's twice removed from their third cousin, you know, saw something in China that somebody else told them about, and they were flying over Egypt in an airplane, and somebody told them from their second cousin. I mean, it gets to be ridiculous after a while.
I agree, and I comprehend everything that you just went through, even though the purpose of it was for me not to have any idea what you were talking about.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, great call. And if you get any other news updates like this, and you want to get it out to my subscribers, just let me know.
Oh, I will.
Okay. Talk with you later, Very.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Cool. Wow, dude.
He's recording shit.